So you have this Nazi-Russian invasion of Ukraine, but Putin is sitting there saying that it's to denazify Ukraine. All you got is that Azov battalion. 97% of the government is left-wing. 97% of the government is left-wing. So when Putin says that he's going to denazify Ukraine, that makes no sense. But it's, it's bullshit. It's bullshit rhetoric. But it's the correct rhetoric. It's the correct rhetoric. Putin himself is being a Nazi. One sovereign nation is invading another sovereign nation, just like Hitler did in the Sudetenlands. Identical. Almost, virtually no difference. There's a bunch of Russian speakers in Ukraine that Putin needed to save, and there was a bunch of German speakers in Czechoslovakia that Hitler needed to save. And then, of course, well, my point is both sides are against Nazis. This is fantastic. This is the world that Europe is living in, where both the right wing and the left wing people are against Nazis. Everybody's opposed to the Nazis. This is fantastic. Everybody, well, not everybody's opposed to the Nazis. Here's a clip of the President of the United States just a few years ago.
Neo-Nazis started this. They showed up in Charlottesville to protest. And you had some very bad people in that group. But you also had people that were very fine people on both sides. You had people in that group, excuse me, I saw the same pictures as you did. You had people in that group that were there to protest the taking down of, to them, a very, very important statue and the renaming of a park from Robert E. Lee to another name. George Washington was a slave owner. Was George Washington a slave owner?
George Washington was a slave owner, and that's a despicable legacy. So there you go. You got the President of the United States that's saying that there's some very fine people on both sides. Very fine people on both sides. He said it was about, protesting the statue or whatever, but what the hell were the neo-Nazis doing there? And why'd they kill Heather Heyer? What did Heather Heyer have to do with, she's peacefully protested, but you killed her? There's very fine people on both sides. Well, how come Putin is sitting there saying that he's there to denazify Ukraine? They're saying that Putin is acting like a Nazi. In Europe, everybody's against the Nazis. In Europe, everybody's against the Nazis. And yet, there's Nazis all over the fucking place in America. In fact, you got the same fucking Trump Nazi motherfuckers that's admiring what Putin is doing. They love when they, one sovereign nation invades another sovereign nation. They have no goddamn moral scruples. These are the same fucking pricks, these Republicans, that told us that we needed to go to Iraq to save their people. Saddam was being mean to his own people. We need to go save. And yet, when those people need to be saved in Ukraine, where the fuck are you assholes? All you fucking pro-Iraq war motherfuckers, where the fuck are you? You can actually do some good for the world. That's the problem. You don't want to do good for anybody. You don't want to stand up for anybody, do good for anybody. So, I think it's fantastic that everybody in Europe wants to denazify everybody. I want to denazify everybody. So, whoever is opposed to the fucking Nazis, they're a friend of mine. You're opposed to the neo-Nazis, you're a friend of mine. Fuck the Nazis, fuck the Confederates, fuck the KKK, the Nazi motherfuckers. Fucking degenerate criminal motherfuckers. Fuck you. Fuck you. What, Nazis, shut the fuck up. Sick of fucking Nazis. America has all this fucking freedom, all this democracy. Right to petition, right to peacefully assemble. And what the fuck do Americans use it for? Evil, wickedness, not for a civil society, not for a civilization, but for fascism, but for Nazi fascism. Yeah, we don't need that motherfucker in there again. But, yeah, there are some people that praise neo-Nazis and say that they're very fine people. So at least Putin, has got the rhetoric correct. He's the one that's acting like Hitler. He's the one that's acting like a fucking Nazi. But if there are Nazis, then they need to be stopped, correct? On both sides. Whichever side the Nazis are on, yeah, they need to be expelled. Yeah, we gotta get rid of the Nazis. A bunch of white supremacist douchebags who's sitting there talking about a 1930s ideology. And then this only says that Gene Ugar's correct. Race is more important than nationality. All you Donald Trump loving motherfuckers, all you Adolf Putin loving motherfuckers. You don't know right from wrong. You don't know right from wrong. The Ukrainian people are being raped, pillaged, murdered, killed, robbed, attacked. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. If your goddamn neighbor is getting beat up and destroyed, you have a right to defend yourself, and you have a right to defend others too. Especially when a big motherfucker is picking on a smaller motherfucker. Yeah, you can't invade a sovereign nation. No. So to all you fucking neo-Nazi motherfuckers that want to invade Canada and Mexico and all this other dumb shit, fucking Nazi motherfucker. Fucking KKK Confederate motherfucking white supremacist piece of shit. Jesus fuck. It's incredible how all of Europe is opposed to the Nazis, and yet it's the Republican Party embraced the Nazis as one of their own. That's why they can look at the Nazis and say, there's very fine people over there. There's very fine people over there. If you can appreciate goddamn culture out of a fucking Nazi. Culture. Out of a Nazi. They don't know fucking culture. They know that when you're shitty to people, sometimes it gets them to do what they want. But then sometimes it causes resentment and then they push it back and then it just... No democracy, no civil society, no deliberation, no conversation, no three branches of government, no referendum recall, no elections. Just they use elections to get power to destroy democracy, for authoritarian autocracy. Very fine people on both sides, huh? Hey, Vladimir Putin, we got some Nazis in North Carolina, Kansas, Washington, Montana, Alaska, Georgia, Alabama, Texas. There's neo-Nazis in Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire,